Yes.
The answer is no.
May I ask that in your view, we are looking that Chinese will be our export market in the cooked high-end product. In your view, you think that when they start to buy and
Well, it will be interesting because I do help a Chinese company, and I think we're going to have a difficult time because their exports have been a problem. They have very much turned inwards, and there's some very strong companies with very strong brands. So the marketing outlets into the major cities might not be quite sweet, but China's a huge place, and I think in parts of China there will be a market, and I know nearly all of us, Big Five, were hoping, but it's not an easy place. Your own company dropped out of China. CP have had its difficulties in China. China's not an easy place to be, and I think we would have to establish more of a presence there to do it on a larger scale. We do need it. Unfortunately, with one of Thailand's problems back in 2004, we were very optimistic. Or two leading members of our community said we were going to export 500,000 tons a year, and we all bought equipment for 500,000 tons a year. And you saw the numbers where we are, and that's a buyer's paradise. So we are looking a little bit, we're all looking to China as our salvation, and when we all look to one place for salvation, maybe not.
Questions?
George, the food safety issue is something that we all are very aware of and working for. What is the compromise, and who is taking care of the food safety issue in the poultry industry in general? Who is leading that? How are they working? What can you tell us about that?
I think, the DLD, or Department of Livestock, have done a lot of tremendously good work, especially on compartmentalization and working together with the big companies. And the other end driven by the buyers, which is very good for the family income, because my wife is an ashore chicken production auditor. And if you want to export to a Tesco or a Cebu, you've got to jump through hoops. And that's why I say today our level of food safety and biosecurity in these big, and you saw the excellent traceability that Better Grow has, and the rest of us are trying to get up with them. So from this point of view, we Thailand are very, very conscious of food safety. In the pork and the beef, it's much more difficult, but then the exports are only going to come from the major companies. But out there in the sticks, I've been to a couple of abattoirs on pork and beef, but they're not going into the export chain. But poultry is very, very food safe, in my opinion, in Thailand.
Gordon, I have a question. I've seen some, over the past couple of years, I've seen some investment going into Cambodia and Laos with the poultry production and feed production. What's your outlook for those two countries?
No, I think it will still be, as income grows, people will spend that money on food, and will spend it on meat and go into poultry. So Laos, Cambodia, Myanmar, these are all important small markets. They're not going to be our salvation, but you can see by the investment made by and most of CP's investment today is not in Thailand. They will be here in Cebu in the very near future. And they are investing in Laos and Cambodia, and the language is easy. It's next door, and there is now actually a rail link from Vientiane to Lopburi. So we will have corn coming one way and hopefully meat going the other way.
Okay, thank you. Question?
Indonesia almost passed the bill on every meat imported to Indonesia has to be halal. And it's supposed to be passed, but it's being delayed because there is a complaint from pork importer, because how can you get halal for pork? But within a month, I think the bill will be passed except for non-halal food. I was wondering in Brazil whether Brazil can comply with halal, because I understand some of the raw material of the poultry feed is coming from meat and bone meal, and meat and bone meal sometimes is not only from beef but also for pork or other kind of.
It is not supposed to come. In fact, if they export to Europe, they're not allowed to go in either. But now and again, as a Brazilian, what I'm allowed to do and what I do are sometimes different. So, i.e., you have to monitor me, and you have to make sure that I don't use it. And obviously, Brazil is a major export to the Middle East. It should be complying, and a lot of it does comply. They even have specialized people to do the slaughter, etc. And meat in bone meal is forbidden for Europe, but I still see in the accounts of people that they have it. Yes, so it's up to you to make sure that every shipment is approved.
Question. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Gordon, thank you very much.
Thank you.